was feeding her. She was having complications with just like being comforted. So I took her to go change her diaper. She fell off, and like I guess I like tried to snatch her or something. So I think she smacked the back of her head, but like I didn't catch her in time. So I don't know.
Said, I can't do this. Take him for a second.
Yes.
Okay, so he knows when to walk away.
Yes.
On November 4th, 2024, a father brought his critically injured 4-month-old daughter to the hospital. He claimed she fell from a changing table, but when doctors examined her, they found severe brain trauma, spinal injuries, and broken ribs. The medical evidence told a story that contradicted everything he said. What followed was a months-long investigation that would expose the truth. This is the full police body cam interrogation of Andrew Kammerer.
So, doctor gave us an update. I'm assuming it's probably similar to the update that you got. It does not look good, but they don't know. They couldn't give much information. So, also while you were out, another detective called. Do you have a dog in the house? Do you need help with getting the dog to someone's house or anything like that?
Your neighbor offered, I guess, to let the dog out or something, and then we were going to lock your house and give the keys to your neighbor just to secure it, so that way you guys could kind of have the peace of mind to be here and not have to worry about. Is that okay with you?
Well, the keys are here with us. So
Okay, so are they good to? Is the dog friendly?
Yeah, she's not.
Is your neighbor familiar with the dog? I guess. Okay, so are you good with the neighbor taking care of the dog?
Sure.
And then would you like us to go ahead and just lock the house? That way you guys don't have to worry about
That's fine.
the house being secured. All right, I'll let our other detective on scene there know. And
Another thing, because you've both come to the hospital in these situations, we do a search warrant on the house. That's standard practice, which was done, after
expecting to find an accident. Instead, they found something that didn't add up: a father's explanation, a baby's injuries, and evidence that would grow more damning with every medical test. What you're about to see is the complete body cam footage as police respond to the scene, search the home, and sit down with Andrew Kammerer for an interrogation that would last hours. By the end, the evidence would be overwhelming. But first, let's see how it all began.
North. They're leaving. They're leaving. How old is the other child?
Not yet.
Yeah, just hang on.
Okay.
Any dogs or anything?
Chest compressions right here. Changing her diaper.
Okay, just go through what was going on.
I was changing her diaper and like
Where was she sleeping?
she wasn't sleeping. I was changing her diaper. Yeah.
How did she wake up?
Oh, I had him out there
Okay.
feeding.
Okay. So you brought her back in here and then
Right.
what?
Well, I started to change her diaper, and then she didn't poop, so I did the whole like belly press, and then she got mad. So then I was gonna get her something else to like comfort her, and dropped her passy. So I picked it up, and she like rolled off because she had kept pushing her legs like really tight. They have acid reflux, and so she pushed herself off. And it was like too late before I could even fucking do anything like it.
So you're changing her diaper. She
45.
drops her passy.
Yeah. Well, she spits it out.
Spits it out. Then what do?
I'm trying to grab it. So it bounced off the bottom of here and it rolled over that way. I turned around for a second. She pushed over.
She pushed over and what?
Off of this. She pushed off of this.
And how did she fall?
Yes, she fell.
Okay. Then what happened?
Well, I tried to fucking grab her, so she hit the ground.
Okay. Then what happened?
I picked her up and she was like gasping for air. You're okay, like, and I'm trying to like get her, and so I set her back on the back here, and I'm trying to like wipe things up and clean things up, and she's like, I'm starting to see like this bruising on her belly from where I guess her diaper had been, and like she somehow her lip has got fucking blood coming off of it. And it's like, how the hell did that? You don't have teeth? Like, I'm just freaking out. So then she starts changing colors, right? She starts turning white. So now I'm like freaking the fuck out. Like, what is going on? What did I just do? Is it my fault? What the fuck is going on? So I mean, she was like not real breathing like consistently. I noticed like I'm looking for like her ribs sucking or anything like that, and she's not doing any of that. It's just like she's not breathing.
How old is she? And when she hit the ground, did it hit on her back, on her face?
It was like her
front?
back or head, yeah.
Okay. What was she doing before you prior to changing her diaper? You guys were out there, and you said that they had acid reflux. Was she upset? Was she?
She's fussing, and she's like, so I'm trying to obviously soothe her. I'm trying to get her happy, right? So I picked her up and I brought her in here just to, again, change her diaper and everything like that, and just go through the steps, right? She's just eaten. She just was trying to get her to take a nap. All those other things that you do to soothe, right? And she's not having it, so.
Where'd she fall from? What? Where'd she fall from?
Right here.
Right here?
What you need, have you notified your wife?
I just said an emergency is all I said. Emergency.
Okay. You need to, is your neighbor going to get the other baby ready and go to the hospital?
I mean, is she already there at the hospital? She's already gone. Okay, yeah,
they're
critical.
gone.
Yeah.
So, be north. What time did your wife go to work?
She leaves here out at like 3:30. She works at 4:30.
Okay. What time did the babies wake up?
I get them up at 6.
At 6.
So we've only been doing this for an hour. This is her bed.
This is her bed? Alrighty. Let's go get the other child ready, and then we'll get your neighbor to drive you. Okay?
Can I like change my clothes at all, or just? I mean, this is okay. I don't even have underwear on. I'm just wearing pajamas.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And we'll be back in just a minute.
Okay.
Real quick, what's your social? What's your social?
My social.
So, picture her off the ground.
She had a mark under her chin, a mark on her lip, her waist was all like purple.
They brought her out here.
I was in there first.
Okay.
I was back in there first, and then she asked me to go unlock the door, so I came out here, and I just did. I wanted to be here. Yeah, that's why she's all over there.
Mind if I step back in there real quick? Mind if I step back in there real quick?
Yes, sir.
What's the child's name? What's your social? And
Her name.
You're fine. You're fine. Where's your... Grab that one, grab that.
Everest, please stop.
I'll take this one, you carry her out.
Yeah. going to the hospital, okay?
What hospital are they going to?
Bethesda North.
Okay.
Got her packed up, Danielle.
We got her, Danielle. I'll see you over there, baby.
Did you call your parents?
I haven't called anybody yet. Just you.
Alright. I ended up having to call my dad because I didn't get an answer from anyone. I literally ran inside. He ended up, oh, my iPad is so much that I had to go. I need you to tell me exactly what happened.
Danielle, she fell off the table. She fell off the counter. The changing table.
Just a second.
I understand
You got her.
The one in the bedroom.
Tell her you'll talk to her over at the hospital, honey.
I want to wait. Which car are you going to? This one? Okay, you're going to drive it? We're going to remain here until with the house the way it is. We're going to remain here outside. There's no other children in sight, right?
There's nothing else.
Okay, all right, we're going to remain here in the hospital. We'll secure everything else. Okay? She's going to drive normal. They're probably already there.
That's okay.
So
No, I understand.
go ahead.
Like, I understand, like, it's all, like, crazy and stuff like that, but, like, I got a messed up head, so
I get it.
I can kind of handle
There's our
this stuff.
card. You got, what's his phone? What's your phone number? All right.
This is East Meadowbrook.
East
this is
Meadowbrook.
East.
Okay. All right. We will secure everything, and we have other investigators coming. That's the reason. But you need to get to the hospital, okay? All right. Okay.
Officers are responding to a call about a seriously injured baby. They have no idea what they're walking into. A home that looks normal. A father who is frightened and cooperative. But as they begin questioning him, his story starts to develop. He says the baby fell from a changing table, 3 feet high, and yet, the injuries they'll discover at the hospital will tell a completely different story. Notice how calmly he explains it. That composure will become important later. Officers are now examining the changing table where the fall supposedly happened. It's about 3 feet high. The surface is soft, padded. There's carpet on the floor below. A fall from this height onto carpet should not produce the injuries doctors will document. Severe brain trauma, spinal injuries, 4 broken ribs in different stages of healing. These are not accidental fall injuries. These are inflicted injuries. And as police search this home, they're beginning to understand that something else happened here. Something darker. Detectives Greg Mallister and Chris McMillan are about to interview Andrew Kammerer. He's been cooperative so far. He's not asking for a lawyer. He's volunteering information. And that's going to be his undoing. Because as he walks through his version of events, minute by minute, the inconsistencies will become clear. The timing doesn't match. His account of what the baby was doing doesn't match the medical evidence. And most tellingly, his explanation for how the baby fell doesn't match the physics of a 3-foot fall onto carpet.
Also, while you were out, another detective called. Do you have a dog in the house? Do you need help with getting the dog to someone's house or anything like that?
Your neighbor offered, I guess, to let the dog out or something, and then we were going to lock your house and give the keys to your neighbor just to secure it, so that way you guys could kind of have the peace of mind to be here and not have to worry about. Is that okay with you?
Well, the keys are here with us, so...
Okay, so are they good to, is the dog friendly?
Yeah, she's not,
Is your neighbor familiar with the dog, I
Yes.
guess? Okay, so are you good with the neighbor taking care of the dog?
Sure.
And then would you like us to go ahead and just lock the house, that way you guys don't have to worry about
That's fine.
the house being secured? Alright, I'll let our other detective on scene there know, and,
Another thing, because you've both come to the hospital in these situations, we do a search warrant on the house. That's standard practice, which was done, after and you came along. So that's why there's officers out there now. They're kind of, collecting any type of evidence that they need.
the, place that?
Probably in the hamper.
Okay, do you remember what color it was or anything?
There's white with pumpkins and ghosts and stuff
Okay.
on it. It's like a Halloween onesie, or zip up.
Okay. Right, so before you went out, we were talking. After this incident happens, do you feel like you may have shaken her, or?
No, I don't feel like I shook her. I really don't. like I said, it is bothering, man. I don't want to hurt my babies. I love them so much. I legitimately care more. I said this the second that they were born. I knew them for a day, and I'd do anything in the world for them. I wouldn't even do that to somebody I've known 10 years.
Yeah.
And, obviously, I mean, if you needed help or something like that, like you needed a shirt or something, I'd give you the shirt off my back. But, I'm not going to loan you $10,000. But for these little girls, there's something about them. And I even told Danielle, it's the weirdest feeling in the world knowing that you do anything for this little thing.
Yeah. Do you and Danielle fight?
No,
You guys argue?
we argue about finances and shit, but we don't know.
Okay. How often would you say that is?
Maybe a couple times a month.
Does it ever get physical?
No.
Okay. Do you ever punch walls, break stuff, anything like that?
I woke up one time with a night terror and I punched the door in my bedroom. I'm sure they saw that.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, I punched that. But no, I don't have any.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, man. Maybe earlier this year, the beginning of the year, January. I couldn't even tell you. It happened so long ago. This whole year has felt like it's been 10 years. I'm not gonna lie to you. This has been the longest year and the roughest year of my entire life.
Okay. But you didn't punch any walls or break anything this morning?
No.
Okay. What about last night?
No.
Okay. What about Danielle?
No.
Does she ever punch walls or break things when you guys get in an argument?
No.
Does she ever get physical with you?
No, she's real passive.
Okay. So if you guys do get into an argument, do you feel like you or her shut down, or do you guys amp up?
She shuts down. I ask questions. I'm very solution oriented, and I want to find an answer. I want to know how to fix this. How do I get to where this has gone? She's kind of passive. She doesn't want to say something to hurt feelings, or she doesn't want to say something and regret it or something like that. So she's a little more passive. She shuts down a little bit.
Okay. So is it possible that something else happened this morning that you're not telling us that goes along with Evelyn falling out of her changing table?
No, man, I've told you everything. There's not another thing that I can think of that I haven't told you. I break it down by as much time, by as much.
So they did send me a picture of the changing table.
Yeah.
And it's concave in the middle, which,
That's what I was telling you. It's kind of ramped, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of got a rounded edge to it, like a half pipe.
which makes me, outside perspective, not attacking you or anything, but I see that and I'm like, that'd be weird.
How did she get out of it? I know what you're saying, man. And trust me, after what the doctor said too, it's got me thinking and all these concerns and all these worries and all these things like that. But she moves so much, right? She moves around tremendously. They both do. And even setting her in there, that's the changing table. She's kicking all over the place. They both do. They move so much. I don't know. I don't know how.
Is it possible that you dropped her and this statement or this situation is just conformed into her falling off this changing table?
No, I've never dropped them. I've never done anything that I don't feel comfortable holding them a lot. I'll be honest. I don't, because they're so small, right?
Yeah.
I don't love holding the babies. I think it's terrifying. I'm absolutely petrified to hold these little girls.
And looking at this picture, it doesn't really look like. So this is how it's set up, correct?
Right.
Okay. It doesn't look like it would even be possible to land in this little area, right? Like if you came off the side, you'd think she probably would have landed out on the carpet. Yeah. So show me, where she was laying at here.
Right here. Oops. Right in here.
Okay.
So where her head was right here, and she I heard her swooshing sound, and then she's laying here on that. I don't know, man. I understand. I get it. It doesn't make any sense. And if you got to do whatever you got to do, I get it.
No, it's not. That's not the way that this works. I'm just trying to get an understanding, exactly what happened. And obviously, there is another side of me that says, hey, we could be sitting across from someone who made a terrible mistake with their kid, and now we have a duty to protect this other child, right?
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I'm so scared. I mean, and I'm even telling Danielle, I was like, Danielle, they're going to send me to jail, but you can sell the house, you make the money, pay off your things, do whatever you're going to do, put it towards a new house. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
So
The doctor says that the baby's been shook. You guys are asking me if the baby's been shook. The baby's been shook, I guess. I don't understand.
well, I refuse to put words in your mouth, but I do think that there are some, there are some facts and circumstances here that make me question, whether a child just simply fell out of a changing table.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't make any sense.
But, I'm taking what you're telling me, and I'm trying to compare
I
that.
didn't even use the straps, man. There's straps on the fucking changing table. I should have used the straps.
Have you heard of shaken baby cases before?
Never. I mean, I've heard of people, talking about shaking baby.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically like them getting whiplash, right?
Mm-hmm.
So their heads are so heavy, their necks are not. So shaking a baby would cause it to basically smash their brain against the skull of their head and damage the brain.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with them?
I've heard of it, but I mean, I don't know any other cases. I've never heard of a case of shaking baby.
Okay. So for people who do that kind of stuff, what do you think should happen to them?
I mean, obviously, I think they get punished, right? I mean, she's going to die. She's going to die, right? So then I've essentially, by either some sort of negligence or something, I've killed my child. And I mean,
I'm not asking you in this situation. I'm saying in a situation where it's confirmed that a baby was shaken.
I mean,
What do you think should happen to that person?
Is there some sort of I mean, it should be penalized, right?
How do you think it should be penalized, though?
I don't know. I mean, I don't understand how a lot of this bureaucracy in the judicial system works in that regard. But I mean, is it a time frame? Is that I don't know. I guess you go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you think they should go to jail for?
I have no. I don't know. I mean,
You think they should forever,
is it a life
or-
sentence? I don't know. I mean, they're babies.
I'm asking what your opinion, what you think should happen, if in a case where it was confirmed, a shaken baby.
Well, if I mean, again, was it somebody who's stressed out? Was it somebody who was considered like violently doing it just because like they don't love their children or something like that?
Yes.
I mean, there's.
I would think both those factors are important.
Okay, so I mean, I guess it goes into the courts, and if you can separate the two, if one's loves their child and didn't mean to do something, and one hates their child and wishes that they never had it, I mean, obviously, I think that's worth penalizing forever, in my opinion. You've killed a child. You've killed something that has an opportunity to do something in this world, and you'll never know what they can do. You'll never understand what that child could have done in this world, could have saved the world.
And the other side?
I don't know, man. It's accidents do happen. Everybody keeps saying that to me, but I mean, I think a lifetime sentence would be a little ridiculous. But if it was an accident and you gave all your love and you did everything for this child, I don't know, maybe take them a little bit easier and knock some off of it, knock time off. I don't know.
Okay.
So then, how once you get into prison, once that's in there and they know that you killed a child, what's somebody inside gonna do?
So, like these other people have been telling you, accidents do happen. Not only do accidents happen, but people make mistakes. Based on the circumstances here, I think that a mistake was made.
Oh, absolutely, man. If I had not put her down on the table, if I had not walked away, right, or stepped away, if I had not done if I had taken just a second, probably taken a breath, instead of reacting to the pacifier, my child would be alive. I don't even know what she could have done, man. I always teased her so much. Just a little baby.
What do you mean?
I just teased her because she always stuck her tongue out a lot. I don't know, I just always thought that she wanted to talk and say stuff, and she just didn't have a way of doing it. Always the look in her eyes. I mean, I just teased her for it. I was like, oh, you're going to be silly with your tongue out and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, based on our conversation and, you explaining, kind of there's two sides to this. There's a egregious, what I would describe as a monster, right? But there is the other side of that is an overstressed person, overreacting to a situation or reacting to a situation that causes an injury to a child.
She's not injured.
What's that?
She's not injured, man. There's no coming back. They straight up said she didn't have enough air on her brain. That's when she's going to die. Whether it's today, whether it's a week from now, we don't know. But there's no chance for her to recover.
And even in death, I think that there's two sides to this situation. There's egregious, and there's someone who's overstressed. I think that you fall into the overstressed side of that.
Yeah.
But I have to know what happened. And again, I'm not a doctor, but based on my conversation with the doctor there, this is not consistent with just a baby falling.
Yeah, and hitting their head. Yeah, I understand.
So what else could have happened?
I don't know, man. I told you everything. I literally... she doesn't love this position. The position that she likes being held in is with her legs facing out so that her head is against my chest and that she feels better in that position, right? I don't know if it's more stimulating. I don't understand. She doesn't like this position, and I know that, but I was trying to assess what had happened, right? And I can't tell because, like I said, the busted lip, the mark on her chin, like, how? Because, yeah, everyone tells you babies bounce, babies, they just bounce and they get right back up, right? So.
Well, that's the other part of it, too, is you said that there's an injury on the side of her head, and then an injury on the chin and on the mouth. If a baby falls and doesn't bounce, how does that injury, she get an injury here,
well, yeah, I don't
and
know
here?
how I don't understand that. That's why I was looking at it. I couldn't possibly understand how the lip and the chin would make sense, but I don't understand.
So, based on the severity of the injury, it would make sense one of two things. Not only would you get brain damage from shaking baby syndrome or a TBI from it, but if you tossed your baby, you would get that.
Sure.
If you tossed him hard enough.
I promise on my entire existence, the 33 years on my life, I did not throw my baby.
Okay. Did you drop her?
No.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for me?
What's next? Do you guys come get me, or do I just go with you now? I don't understand.
Well,
I don't know what happens.
We have to figure out what happened.
Okay.
Figure out what happened here. I do kind of want to circle back just real quick on something that you'd mentioned earlier, that sometimes you feel like you don't realize your own strength.
Did I squeeze her? Did I do something like that?
Maybe. I mean, you told me, is there anything that happened today where maybe...
What's striking about this interview is Andrew's repeated insecurity about his parenting. He keeps asking if he hurt the baby. He keeps questioning whether he was too rough. He mentions his concerns about shaking. He talks about bouncing her too hard. At first, this seems like normal parental anxiety. But then the picture becomes clearer. Andrew has been alone with 2 premature babies for months. He's been struggling. He's been stressed. And the more police ask about his behavior with the children, the more he seems to be confessing to something, even if he doesn't say it outright.
We went up to Liberty Children's one time, and they told us that she was fighting off a cold, but she was constipated and she was all these other things, and I thought it was me. I literally thought that I somehow punctured or did something, but it's a gentle push, and I have to sit there and think they're not, a 215-pound man, right? So you don't have the same horseplay per se. So no, I'm constantly in fear that I'm doing something that's going to hurt these children. I think about it all the time. I'm excessively over considering how much strength I put into certain things.
Is that fear for concern or fear that you can't control yourself?
It's not fear that that is me controlling myself, in my opinion. I think that if I am paranoid, almost paranoid about even picking them up, I don't want to pick them up and have them whip back, right? I don't even want to do that. That's how concerned I am with just maintaining my own strength. And again, that's where I love going to the gym because you do get that tenseness out, right? You do get to release and riding your motorcycle. It's like going to the gun range or something like that. You're so dialed in and focused on what you're doing that everything else kind of falls away. All your stress relieved. So, I mean, yeah, I know I don't have the catharsis, and it's been a struggle. But No, like, I didn't sit here and just crank this kid's head to her tailbone.
You didn't do that at all?
No,
Lightly?
no.
Okay. All right, I'd like to talk with your fiance.
Is she still out there?
Yeah. Do you want me to send her in, or do you want someone else to?
Yeah, that's fine, if you don't mind.
Okay.
You have to. Hello. My name's Greg McAllister. This is Chris McMillan. We're both detectives for Goshen Township Police Department. So when we talked to your fiance, he was under the impression that that this was a one-off and that we're really focusing on this investigation. This is standard procedure for these types of incidents. We have to make sure that kids are safe and that no criminal wrongdoing occurred. If it's an accident, it's an accident, but we want to be sure of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why we're here. Additionally, because both of you came to the hospital, there was a search warrant done at your house. Again, it's standard procedure. We do it at every one of these situations because both parents should be at the hospital with their child. Does that make sense? So there are officers out at your house now. They're going to take the baby changing bed.
Yeah.
They're going to remove it. We're going to take that with us pending this investigation, okay? So first of all, before I ask you any questions, do you have any questions for us?
No, I kind of figured it was a standard anytime an infant child's involved in an accident like this.
Yeah.
You guys.
I'm very sorry for what you're going through. I know that words mean very little in this situation, but at this time, that's what I can offer you. So I have a form that I fill out, and your fiance was able to help me answer most of it, but I'd like to go over that form with you and answer the questions that he has no ability to. Are you willing to do that? Okay. Prior to that, I'd like to know, kind of how your morning started. What?
My morning started.
Let's start with last night. So, last night from dinner time on, kind of walk me through how you got to where you are now.
From dinner time on, she was kind of fussy, not like crazy. It was more like she was sleeping, woke up and wanted attention, and she had this habit of
What time was that?
6:30 to 7 at night.
Last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she has a habit of going rigid. And when she does that, she usually launches herself if she has a foothold. Usually we're holding her when that would happen, but she managed to kind of arch herself on her body a little. Oh, got her resituated. Like, okay, well, it's about time for bed anyways. And I get them ready for bed on the floor, so there's no chance of rolling, no chance of me working with Darcy and her going rigid. I get her changed her butt. I give her we play a little bit and get her dressed in her slipper, and then we swaddle her up and get her more calmed down and ready for bed. I have a little vibrating chair that's for her, and she'll lay in that while and her butt play a little bit because they usually don't want to go to bed right away. Get her dressed in her sleeper, get her sapped up, swaddled up, and we lay down and I get them to where at least 15 minutes in, they're in their deep sleep, and I lay them in their cribs. And they were good. From that point until I woke up about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then I got up, I got dressed, I left for work. So
They were asleep when you left for work?
Yeah.
Didn't wake up at all throughout the night?
No, and that's normal for them, actually. They usually sleep through the night. And then I obviously don't know anything's wrong until he calls me and tells me that.
Okay, so that was done through a phone call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was already long gone at work, and I work because they made a move. I now work over up in Marine.
Okay. So, how long has this been the routine where you You get up at 2 or 3 in the morning, you leave, he's responsible for...
It's been that way since, I want to say, September 16th when I went back to work.
So sorry to interrupt. They were going to let family come back.
While
for a quick
Andrew
visit,
is
so
being
they have our
questioned,
mom.
Yes, ma'am.
doctors at
Absolutely.
Children's Hospital are conducting their own investigation, and what they find is devastating. The autopsy will reveal internal bleeding, brain trauma, a fractured spine, broken ribs in different stages of healing, meaning some were broken days or weeks before the reported fall. This is not consistent with a single fall from a changing table. This is consistent with repeated blunt force trauma, with abuse. And when confronted with this medical evidence, Andrew's story begins to crumble.
All right, so before we left, we were at the part of our conversation where you had explained that since September 16th
Yeah.
is when this new...
Routine came into play.
Yeah. So, how do you think Andrew's been doing with it?
I know he questions himself a lot,
Yeah.
but he's been good.
Okay.
He's been a good dad.
Okay. Nothing about this conversation is accusatory, and I think he may be construing it that way just because of the stress of,
It's
being with
stress,
detectives.
and then just overall, anytime we're getting an update,
Yeah.
and the fact that it happened with him. I know he's been struggling when it comes to like calming him down, but usually he does pretty okay. But he's never been rough. He's never been...
Has he ever said, I can't do this? Take him for a second.
Yes.
Okay, so he knows when to walk away.
Yes, he does.
So what do you think his reaction would be is if that's not an option for him to just walk away?
He will lay her down in her crib and walk away. Like, he would take that chance and, like, I need a minute. I can't help you if you're still crying. He lays him down and he walks away.
Does that happen a lot?
No.
If you had to guess how many times?
Maybe once a week, and it's usually on his off days when he's not packing them up, getting them ready to go to Grandma and Grandpa's, but I'm usually home within a couple of hours of that anyway, so.
So, when he takes them to Grandma and Grandpa's, is that his parents or your parents?
His parents.
Okay, so his parents watch them throughout the day?
Yeah, they watch them Monday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay. What about Tuesday, Wednesday?
Those are his off days.
Okay. And then on Saturday, Sunday, he works Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, and I'm home.
Okay. What time does he normally get up on Saturday, Sunday?
What time he normally gets up?
Yeah, does he get up with them on Saturday, Sunday?
I'll get up with him. So that way he's able to sleep in a little bit.
But you work Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you guys fight?
You fight like any other couple does. It's not really all that often.
And when you do fight, how does it, what kind of fighting is it? You ever been physical with each other?
No.
Never hit each other?
No.
Is it like rage, or is it like shut down, like leave me alone, I'll leave you alone?
Typically shut down, leave you alone, we'll leave each other alone.
Okay. So you say typically, so sometimes there's outliers in every situation.
Yeah.
Has he ever broken anything or punched holes in the wall or anything like that?
He has on the door, on our closet door. He's only done that, he's only hit it twice in, I want to say it's been like 4 years that we lived in this.
What caused that?
It was typically we were in an argument, and it just kept, instead of us reaching any sort of agreement, it just kept boiling and boiling.
They hit it twice in the same time, or was that two different
It was
incidents?
just two separate incidents.
Okay. You don't remember what the cause was though?
I don't remember what the fights were about exactly.
But they were for sure both in a fight?
Yeah.
Okay. What time? Was it like during the day, at night?
It was at night.
Was he, like, you guys in bed or?
We weren't in bed. It was after dinner, but before bed type of time frame there.
How close in time were they?
How far apart? Far apart in time.
Like days, weeks, months?
Years. Like, I think first was when we first moved into the house together, and then the second time was maybe a year ago.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're very few and far. Like, he's not violent in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. Would you consider him honest in your relationship?
Yes.
Are you honest with him in your relationship?
Yes.
Okay. So neither one of you keep secrets from each other. There's no secrets from each other.
Yeah, pretty much our arguments are mainly just over finances.
Yeah, I'm not-
We're going to figure that out.
Right. Not finances or not arguments. I'm just saying. Do you feel like would you be comfortable going to him and talking to him about
Yes.
anything? And do you feel like he would be comfortable talking to you about anything?
Yes.
Okay. So if he did something to hurt your daughter, do you think he would say something to you?
I 100% believe he would say something to me.
And he hasn't done that, right?
No.
Okay. So what did he tell you happened?
He told me that she was on the changing table. She fell. And when he initially called me, it was a real quick. I was like, okay, where are they taking her? I need to go and work. I need to let them know I'm leaving. Got off the phone, then got back up. As soon as I was on the road, I called him back. I had Bluetooth in my car. I was like, I need you to tell me exactly what happened. That's when he told me she had spit her passy out. He bent down to pick it up, and that's when she must have done her rigid. She loved to go rigid, and it would almost launch her, even if you were holding her. She'd almost launch herself out of your arms. But she must have done her rigid stance, and it launched her off. And as soon as he said he called 911 almost immediately. But that's...
So have you ever seen her roll from back to belly?
She has not done that.
Okay.
She's only just recently got herself up onto her side.
Okay.
And that was 2 days ago. She started rolling onto her side by herself.
Okay. What about her sister?
She saying that rolling onto her side, but not making a complete roll.
What about belly to back?
No,
Neither one of them?
not yet.
Okay. And when you say on her side, I'm assuming you just mean braced up, not all the way on, like...
Yeah, like they get up, and then they just can't figure out how to keep that momentum going, and then they roll back onto their back.
Okay. So, I wasn't out at your house, but they sent me a picture of the changing table.
Yeah.
And it's concave in the middle.
That's the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, outside perspective, it doesn't make sense that...
But she'd be able to push herself.
Correct.
I can say with all honesty, she's a lot stronger than what a lot of people give her credit for being.
Yeah.
But I've seen her push herself from, like, if she was laying right here and she did her rigid stance and she pushed off from here, she'd launch herself at least halfway across. It is easy for her to do. And when I say she'd go rigid, I really do mean she'd go like that.
Yeah. So our role in this is to, number one, figure out exactly what happened to your daughter.
Yeah.
But number two is to protect, your other daughter. Based on kind of what you're saying, do you feel like your daughters are safe with him?
Yes.
Okay.
I've always felt they were safe with him.
Okay.
Even now, I still feel like they're safe with him because I know accidents can happen.
Yeah, and that's kind of how him and I talked. I explained that accidents do happen,
Yeah.
but typically, it's just it doesn't make sense to me that a 3-foot fall on the carpet is gonna hurt someone that bad, right?
Yeah.
Does that question come up in your mind? And I'm not trying to put anything in your mind, but
It doesn't, because I know it's hard underneath that carpet, and as soft as the carpet may feel,
yeah.
it's not.
Is there no padding under it?
I think there is a padding under it. I don't know what kind of padding. And then it's just that spot right there where it meets the hardwood there. It's changing tables not all the way up against the wall, but there's enough room that she could have hit that hardwood floor there too.
Yeah.
And she could have even hit part of the changing table on her way down.
Right. So, you had an opportunity to see her. Did you see any injuries on her?
Okay. Other than where I saw right here underneath her chin, or I think that could have been being loaded up in the ambulance and going, but I didn't see anything.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to ask you some questions from this form, okay? And it may be questions that I've already asked you, but I have to ask you again while I'm filling it out. Does that make sense? Yeah. Where do your girls sleep? Where do you and your fiancé sleep?
So in our house, it's hallway, and then the hallway living room, and we're right here.
Okay. You both sleep in the same bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Last night, was there any arguing or fighting?
No.
Did Andrew go to sleep at a normal time? Nothing seemed out of the ordinary? Okay. What about this morning when you got up? Did Andrew wake up when you got up to go to work?
No.
Is that typical? He usually doesn't wake up. So there are cameras in the nursery?
Yes.
And where do those play to?
So there's a monitor. It was on my side of the bed last night, but it always on. But it triggers the monitor when there's some noise in the room. So I don't know if they actively record or not. I just know that they do. They help us when they're in the room. We can keep an eye on them. We can listen for them. If they start making noise, start stirring.
You say you don't know if they record. Do you have access to it on your phone or anything? It's just monitor or camera to monitor?
Yeah.
How many cameras is there?
2. And 1 pointed at each crib.
Okay. But neither one of those face the changing table?
No.
Okay. Is there, do you know what brand they are?
Mom Cozy.
Okay. You got any questions?
Now I think that's pretty much everything. Did you get your form?
Yeah, it's done. So the way that this goes, we know very little about, the severity of the injury. But once we talk to the doctors, we'll obviously have a better understanding of what happened. Based on the brief conversation that we did have with the doctor, it sounds like it's pretty severe brain injury, which is what's so concerning for us. Like you had said, accidents do happen, and sometimes accidents have tragic results, but sometimes people, lose their cool and what I would describe as overreact to a situation or a stimulus. Having one baby, I have 2 daughters, they're separated by 5 years, not 5 minutes. I couldn't imagine the stress doubled on the amount of stress that I incurred while raising my daughter. And I'm not saying that anything happened. I don't know yet. But I have one side of the story, which is Andrew's, and hopefully soon enough we'll have the doctor's side of the story. And until then, we're kind of, stuck in the middle. So, but I can say that it is concerning to me that, a serious head injury based on falling out of a 3-foot changing table. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm, again, not accusatory, just concerned. And with that, concern for... Do you have any questions for me? It seemed like Andrew was, thinking that we were going to take him with us or, something like that. It's not the case. It's still very early in the investigation. But what we would like is for Andrew to come down to the police department at some point in the near future. We've seized that baby changing table and kind of want to walk through the situation with him to see exactly what happened. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But obviously, more important issue is making sure that your daughter's okay and hanging out here and figuring out what's going on. So we're not going to take him with us to do that or anything, but we are going to ask that he come down in the near future. Okay. So I kind of like to talk to his. So you're saying that his or your mom and dad?
His mom and dad.
His mom and dad watches the baby. Okay. I kind of want to. And they're here.
Yeah.
You think they'd be willing to talk to us?
I think they would be.
You said she figured something else out with the room.
What's that?
She figured something else out, like she's going to take a different room?
I assume so. She hasn't come back yet.
Okay.
Are your parents here too?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get parents' information? What is his parents' name?
Ed and Janet Kammerer.
What's your parents' name?
Scott and Angela Rheude.
You say you don't have any questions?
Yeah.
Not you.
What's up?
I'll walk you back to your room, or over here.
Just in the family.
Do you want to walk back there? Would you mind having them come in here?
In Andrew's demeanor when confronted with the medical evidence. He can't explain the injuries. He keeps saying he didn't hurt her. He keeps insisting he was gentle. But the evidence contradicts him. The doctors contradict him. And his own words, all those comments about being worried he was too rough, that he bounced her too hard, that he gassed her too forcefully, now sound less like parental anxiety and more like confession. He knows what happened. He's just trying to minimize it, trying to frame it as accident instead of abuse.
Basically what we wanted to do is sit back down with you and go back through a couple things. Try to guess the best way to put it is talking to you so close to the event, sometimes things may not be in your mind and stuff like that, and there's been some time for you to think about what ifs and things that may have popped in your head since then. So we like to always come back and have a secondary interview, and of course through the investigation there's always extra questions that we have, so that way we can kind of like fill in little missing pieces or something like that. So, all right.
So I will tell you, Danielle's an unusual client for me because she keeps telling me, what can I do, what can I do? I will give them anything. I've got nothing to hide.
Great.
She's here for her babies.
Yep.
So, I mean, you know, we don't always say, yeah, go and talk to police more.
Right. Yeah. Well,
But
usually,
she's unique, and she wants to be here. She wants to help. Anything she can do to help, she's made very clear.
I think
to
it would
me.
be odd him not wanting to talk to us, but
Yeah.
so typically, and I think we may even said this before, we always say you're free to leave at any time. You're represented by your attorneys. We're not going to sit here and read Miranda rights or anything like that. But even witnesses and stuff like that, when we actually bring them in, we always let them know that they're free to leave and stuff like that. Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Obviously, if there's something that you want to talk to her about and you want to time out, just let us know. We'll step out and let you have some time with her, and then we'll reconvene afterward.
Okay.
Sound okay? Do you have any questions before we get started?
No.
All right. I'll let you go ahead, and you got kind of a couple line of questions initially to start off with.
Yeah, like we were saying, it's more or less just trying to fill in the pieces. I know personally I haven't got to talk to you much, other than at the hospital, which a million different things going on that day. But more or less, I'm kind of just trying, my questions here, just better understanding your and Andrew's relationship. For example, how long have you guys been together?
For like the past year or so, we've been saying 10 years, but I think it's close to like 8.
Okay.
And yeah, I would say probably about 8 years.
Okay, and were you guys engaged to be married?
Yes.
Okay. When did you guys get engaged?
A few years ago.
A few years ago?
Yeah.
You being more than 3 or more?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, how did you meet Andrew?
Through Walmart. We both worked at Walmart at the time.
Which Walmart was it?
Milford.
Milford Walmart? You guys work like say in apartments or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you met through work and then started dating?
Yeah.
And eventually, how long did you guys live together?
We lived together, I want to say 5 years, if I'm remembering the timeline right.
Okay, was that 5 years spent at the house there at Four Seasons?
I want to say it was 4 years at the house and a year saving up in the basement of my parents' house.
Okay.
Smart.
Grateful they let us do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, house is expensive.
Keep trying to tell my son to do that, but I think he moved out for college, moved back in because he hated the college life because the kids were all going crazy in his house and stuff. So he moved back in, even though he still has like 6 months on his payments from rent. And he's already talking about moving out. I'm like, just go ahead and get your job and stay here for a year or so and bank some money.
Yeah.
But he's hard-headed like me.
That's what kids are supposed to do. Prior to learning of your pregnancy, how would you describe your and Andrew's relationship?
If I look back in hindsight and through the therapy I've been through now, it was emotionally and mentally abusive. At the time, in the relationship, I would have said it was okay. I would say at the amount of time I've been with him, he definitely had me under his thumb. And I didn't see any signs of abuse during the relationship.
Can you explain emotional and mental? Because obviously potentially could mean something to
Yeah.
anybody, how they perceive
Yeah.
things. How would you say that you would describe that?
It would be in the way he spoke to me.
All right.
Again, going over text messages and things of that nature. The things he would say were very manipulative. It was understanding that now. So,
Okay. Any threats?
none towards me.
Toward anybody?
Mainly himself.
Like self-harm? Might jump ahead just a tad from what you were gonna ask, but self-harm, did he ever go seek help? Did he ever get diagnosed with anything? Any prescription medications for depressions or anything like that?
He never went and sought help.
Okay, so no diagnosis, no prescriptions
No.
for anything? Did he try to self-medicate in any way?
No.
Okay, so no drugs, alcohol, anything like that? Okay.
I know we had alcohol in the house, but it was never touched.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference in having alcohol
Yeah.
and being an alcoholic. I mean,
Yeah.
there's big separation. Having a drink with dinner or something like that is one thing. 24-pack a day, that's another. So you wouldn't?
No.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Prior to learning about the pregnancy, do you think, would you consider, or would you be safe to say that you noticed things got a little bit maybe more worse when you learned you were pregnant? Or, well, let me ask you, what was Andrew's reaction to finding out that you were pregnant?
He seemed happy about it. We had talked about it over text because I found out morning when I went to work. So, and he found the test after I was already gone.
Okay.
So, I did not see his reaction in person.
When, I mean, as time went on though, and, you know, the date of birth was getting closer, did you notice any change?
No.
Okay. Are there any, like, friends you guys have, or family, cousins, anybody with little kids or babies that you guys were around prior to?
My sister, she has 4 little kids.
How old?
5, 4, 2, and newborn.
Okay.
She had her newborn a month and a half after I had my girls.
Was Andrew around them often?
Not really. Sometimes he would go over with me, or if they were at my parents' house when we went over, but that was few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it was just me going to see her and hanging out with them.
Anything out of the norm at all with the way that he interacted with the kids?
No.
Any issues with him having anger issues? I know you mentioned mental abuse and stuff like that, but I'm not necessarily, I'd like you to answer if there was abuse towards you, but even some type of anger where he's out, lost control or something like that, in addition to harming somebody or damaging houses or property or...
He had punched a hole in our closet door a couple times.
So I think whenever I was at the house, I took a picture and there was like 4 different holes.
Yeah.
Those were multiple events?
2 separate events.
2 separate. Okay. And I think you told me that before.
Yeah.
It just now kind of clicked. So.
Do you remember when those were roughly?
Not Exactly. They were both before the girls.
Did he have any, like, anger outbursts after the girls were born? I'm sorry, I wasn't at the house. I was to the door.
Our closet door.
Closet door.
Any, does he, or had he damaged any other property that you're aware of? Right, never like punched the car or
No, I know
kicked the door or anything like that?
he threw his phone once and broke my TV,
Okay.
but
Was that out of anger?
I'm not entirely certain if I wasn't in the room when he did it. So I don't know if it was necessarily out of anger.
Were you guys
or-
arguing or anything before that?
No.
You ever get in trouble at work for any anger issues?
Not that he ever told me.
Okay. When he did get angry or got into these fits where he's emotional and mental abuse towards you, what triggered that?
It would usually, we typically start off with either a conversation about money or he was concerned that I wasn't taking care of my health, or it would stem initially, like, say he made a joke and then he'd go too far and I'd say, hey, and then
Okay.
yeah.
That happen often? Like he makes a joke, you tell him you went too far, did he ever like just quit doing that, or would he continue kind of
He
going
would
too far?
continue.
Alright. Was there ever any jealousy, accusations of cheating on each other, anything like that, that would cause any of this?
Again, hindsight, I've been made aware that he thought I was cheating on him.
Okay. Was that what some of the arguments may have been about at some point? Alright.
He never outright accused me himself.
Did he ever, I guess that's probably just answered my question, and then I'm just going to throw it out there, did he ever make any accusations of whether the babies were his or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
I want to kind of go back to prior to the twins being born. As you're getting closer, did Andrew's stress level stay the same? Did he get?
It stayed about the same. I wasn't able to work during my pregnancy. It was a rough pregnancy for me.
Okay.
So he had taken on the financial burden of everything.
Okay.
So that was when his stress level raised, when I wasn't able to go to work from February. So the closer we got, his stress level was still the same.
Once you were able to go back to work, did you see a change in his stress level?
I didn't see a change in his stress level. I did see that he seemed more insecure, but I thought it was mainly because of our parents getting in his head, telling us, you should do it this way, that way.
Every parent does it, so
yeah.
It's not abnormal.
Yeah. So I think they just got in his head.
Alright.
What was he insecure about?
I think because of how small they were. The first day I went back to work, he was concerned that he would hurt them, but after that first day, he seemed perfectly okay. He seemed okay.
What day did you go back to work?
September 16th.
So before that, did he ever have any concerns that he was
No.
harming the child at all?
No.
Right. So then you go back to work, then he starts making that known that he's nervous or afraid or something?
Yeah.
So what would he say that made you think that he was nervous or afraid of hurting the child?
He had said he was scared that he was gonna hurt him. I asked him if he wanted me to come home. He said no, that he'd figure it out.
Why would he be afraid that he would hurt them? Like how? Just because of their size, or?
Because of their size and it being the first time he was alone with them.
Okay. Do you think he's just kind of rough in general, and he thinks that way, or?
I think so, maybe.
Now, I don't want to put that in your head, but I mean, it's the only really way I could kind of ask that question. Has he ever made any mention about not being able to control himself or control his strength or not knowing his own strength or anything along that lines?
He had said that over the years.
Okay. Before
I was pregnant, before.
Okay. Do you know what exactly he said, or, I mean, you can even kind of paraphrase it?
Just that he didn't really know his own strength.
Okay.
What was he relating that to when he said that?
I don't know.
And if you're okay, I got just a couple of timeline things just to make sure I got the dates right here. July 5th, and then was it?
He was released July 10th.
July 10th. And was it 15 days after?
I want to say it was the 15th.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever express to you any type of, this is once they were born, they went to the NIC unit, I'm assuming, and at the time they were released, did they ever diagnose them with anything that was going to be long-term, or did they say everything's looking good?
They said everything was looking good. The main reason they were still in the NICU for as long as each of them were was weight.
Weight, yeah.
Getting their weight up.
And this could be a dumb question, but I don't have kids, so I don't know. But obviously, with their size and being smaller, you know, I imagine they probably check every box possible before they release children from the NICU. Was there any like special instructions given to you guys from the doctors as far as taking care of premature babies?
No special instructions. At least they made sure that I had signed a paper saying that I wouldn't shake my baby, who I could call if I was getting frustrated. And then when he got there, they had us watch a CPR video.
Did he ever have to sign a paper
No.
like that? Did you guys take any parenting classes prior to
No.
birth? Okay. Any instructions regarding co-sleeping, shaking baby, stuff like that once you started going to the pediatrician?
No co-sleeping. The sleep.
Well, and I
But-
know, I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't
Yeah.
sleep with my kid, because everybody does it, and then, yeah, probably a little
Yeah.
reckless at the time, but, I mean, I think every parent does it, and it's just one of those things that a lot of us get lucky, I guess.
It was one of those when
My pediatrician
If I-
said two sleep,
Really?
two co-sleep. She said breastfeeding moms don't roll on babies. I don't know that that's true, but that's what she told me at the time.
Wow.
Yeah. With having two of them, it was, when one needed
Oh, yeah.
to sleep, it was easier to go lay down in bed with them because the other one would
Right.
still be awake and.
Right. Trying to think of what else I want to ask. I know we want to go through some of the timeline stuff from his phone with you too, but was there something?
With you, your counseling and stuff that you've been through since the incident, and you said looking back now, you see signs that I guess maybe weren't obvious to you then. Did, I guess, Andrew's abusive behavior or attitude towards you, did that increase more after the twins were born?
I think so. I know we definitely argued more after they were born.
What were you guys arguing about?
It was mainly money.
Okay. Because you started back to work on the 16th, so that's 2 months that after they were born. Did he go back to work pretty quick after the kids were born?
Yeah. So after the initial 3 days after I gave birth, he was going back to work. He would drop me off at the NICU, and he'd go to work.
Okay. Other than money, was there anything else that led to arguments?
Okay. You said, I'm going to kind of capitalize on what he said also. Looking back at it, you've realized things.
Yeah.
Have you realized issues with him watching the kids at this point?
From everything I saw with him, with the girls, he always presented as a loving father.
Okay. Were there ever any concerns that you had based on stuff that he mentioned to you, or him calling you, or him texting you, or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And that's still looking back, something's not triggering.
Still looking back, I didn't know.
Okay. So was there ever a concern that you had that he had hurt the baby, was going to hurt the baby, anything like that?
No.
All right. I had something else in my head and I just lost it. Old age does this.
It happens to me all the time.
You're too young for it to happen.
I get numbers floating through my head all day long, so it happens all the time.
I got a timeline question, if you need a
Go
little
for
bit
it.
more.
Yeah, go for it,
Trying to help
because you'll
you out a
probably
little bit.
ask what I'm going to ask anyway.
I'm kind of jumping all over the place here, but I'm trying to make sense of my poorly written notes here. Mondays and Tuesdays were his off days, right?
They were initially, halfway through October, they changed.
Okay, but when you went back to work, it started off Monday, Tuesday.
Yep.
And then would his parents always watch the kids Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there was only one Friday my mom watched. And it, because of my hours, I was always home within a couple hours of.
So he would drop them off, you would pick them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you ever concerned that anybody else, yourself, your mom, his parents, anybody had hurt the kids?
No.
Okay.
Were his parents, your parents, ever expressed concerns that he might be hurting the kids?
No.
Any concerns of shaken baby syndrome prior to this?
No.
You will go through the phones.
Yeah. So, as you're aware, we did the download on your phone, and we did the download on his phone through a search warrant between July 1st and November 4th. So, kind of going through, and it's hard for us to understand because, you know, a lot of text conversations will stem from face-to-face conversations or a phone conversation that eventually carries over into a text message. So, going back June 29th, so we're 6-7 days prior. Was there an issue or shortly there prior to damage being caused to a door to where Andrew's dad would have been there fixing something? Was that?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
It was either the closet door or the hall room door.
Okay, did he come over to fix it then, or was that his reason for coming over?
No, so his dad was fixing the front door.
What was wrong with the front door?
It was a seal issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he also, did he fix damage caused by?
No.
Okay.
He never fixed any damage caused by him. And it was really just the screen door that he was fixing.
So I guess one of the conversations during that time frame is that I guess his mom walked into the bedroom and asked about the damage to the door. Do you recall that conversation with her?
Yeah.
What was that conversation?
He didn't want his parents to know that he had intentionally punched the door. So I told her that he had woken up from a nightmare and panicked and hit the door.
So at the hospital, I think he was asked about the door and he used that same excuse. And that excuse would have just been because he heard the excuse before, I guess, and it was in his mind at the time.
He had made it clear he didn't want either of his parents to know that he had punched the door.
I think you were asked about that at the hospital too and told us the truth about that.
Yeah.
That it was him in anger or something along that line. All right. Good, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
We interrupt each other all the time.
So he was there to fix screen door and then
When's
fix
that
it.
from? That's from...
That's right before the birth.
Oh, okay, I don't think you gave me text back that far.
And then we went from when I went back to work.
Yeah.
And that might even be from his phone too, because the conversations were just kind of merging together and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, she just kind of screenshots of everything there.
And then July. And then July charged. Says I'm right.
Yes.
So July 18th, there was a message about a little argument or something about the care of the twins. Do you recall that one?
I do not.
Let me read this, make sure I'm reading it right,
Yeah.
because I might have messed it up. Hold on.
And it might jog my memory of the conversation.
Andrew mentioned that his back is hurting, that he'll be back. Give him a minute. He wants to be held. He says okay. You said your baby was out. What about yours?
So it sounds like it was...
It might have been an argument, because you mentioned, I honestly don't know what or how I said or did to set you off, and I'm sorry, whatever it was.
He said I gave him a look.
So just like an insecure type issue?
Yeah. He had said I'd given him a look.
Do you recall any anger from him on that day?
No.
Would that day be one of the days that he hit the wall or anything?
No.
Okay. Good, I'm sorry, I kind of interrupted you.
No, you're okay. So, want to jump ahead a few days here. This has been August 6th. You tell Andrew that, I guess, Kyle stopped by, dropped off some food, and
Yep.
Okay. That conversation, you told Andrew that you're happy that that you've been given the right advice. When their babies are crying, set them down.
Yep.
Let them cry. What caused that conversation?
It was just what to do if we ever got frustrated.
Okay. This is a month and a day after they were born. Was Andrew starting to become frustrated then?
No. It was more along the lines of we were trying to plan for when if one of us got frustrated, what to do, how to go about it. And Kyle being a good friend of his, he had a baby the year prior, so I thought he would be someone good to ask advice from.
So at that point, you hadn't noticed anything with Andrew?
No.
How he treated the girls or anything like that?
No.
Right, and then it looks like that same day that, I think it was Andrew's dad was there fixing a door again.
Nope. It was same date that was the screen door. He fixed the screen door, and so he replaced the front. He decided to replace the whole front screen door, and then during a windstorm, it had pulled the handle off of the back screen door. So he had found a replacement handle for that. So he was just fixing the doors. And that was it.
Okay.
So that was August 6th, where Kyle came over.
Yeah.
On that same day, earlier in the day, you did a Google search on how to get a baby to stop crying with dad.
Mm-hmm.
What was...
He felt that they were crying with him more than they were with me, so just trying to help him bond.
Got it.
Bond
Did
more
you
with them.
kind of explain the whole motherly nurturing and stuff like that? Did that comment ever settle with him, or did he always question it?
He seemed to kind of always question it.
Okay.
He thought that they would have gotten used to him, but it's going to be a while.
And this is a matter of a month?
Yeah.
So, in that month, did you ever have any concerns?
No.
Okay. The day before, you Googled shaken baby syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you...
I think him and I were talking about it.
Okay. Was he expressing concern?
No.
Like, what would have kind of brought up the topic?
Again, I think it was our parents, and they were, if I'm remembering correctly, they were there the day before, and he was kind of just bouncing one of the babies.
Okay. So the day before?
Yeah. I think they made a comment and
Was there comment concerned you bounced them too hard, or?
no, it was more, they were trying to tell us how to do it.
Okay.
What, in the way that they felt was the correct way.
What date was that?
The Google search was on the 5th, but you said the day before, so August 4th,
Yeah.
the parents would have been there?
One set of our parents, they came at different times.
Okay. And did they actually make a comment about him at the time?
They said something to him.
Okay.
I don't remember what the comment was exactly, but it was just felt bouncing.
So we'll go up another day to August 7th. I guess you discovered some red marks with the doctor. Do you know what those red dots were?
So we learned that she had really sensitive skin.
So was it like eczema or something?
It looked like a rash.
Okay. Did you ever find out if she was like allergic or anything, like the baby powders? Or?
So we did go to the doctor. We did take her, and essentially she said use Eucerin lotion on her. We changed laundry detergent from the dress baby detergent to all free and clear, and she cleared right up.
Cleared up, perfect.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and obviously part of us asking these is anytime that you went to the doctor, what was it for, and kind of what their understanding was that it was. So.
Yeah.
August 12th, there was some conversation between you and Andrew, and possibly another argument at some point. But Andrew was, where is it? It led to Andrew leaving. At some point, Andrew texts you and asks if he should come home, that he's tired of being a problem. What does he mean by being a problem?
That is again one of those things where, being hindsight 2020, it was, I don't remember the argument exactly that we had, but I think I was trying to talk to him about something, and he turned it around.
This might be it. You mentioned to Andrew about looking for a TV mount, and then I guess he told you no, that you can't afford it. Could that have been what you guys were arguing about potentially?
Sounds like it could have been about
Said that
again. Yeah.
He advised that he wants to wait and get a bigger TV at some point.
Yeah. If the argument was about money, that would have been what triggered it, but I can't remember what the argument itself was about.
This might be it too. There's a phone conversation between you and a Michael Kopak. Is that the right name? Kopak? Which is a mutual friend of you and Andrew's.
Yeah.
And during that conversation, said that Andrew broke 2 TVs during 2 different incidents out of anger. Can you?
I don't know if they were
those?
out of anger. It was again when he threw the phone.
Okay. Did both of those happen the same day? 2 different TVs?
No. I almost forgot about the one from the basement from when we were down there. He was having issues with his phone, threw it, caught the TV.
On both of them, did he throw his phone at the TV?
And I wasn't in the room the second time. The first time, I don't think he was aiming for the TV. I think he was just aiming to throw it.
And he hit the TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
And was this 2 different days or the same day?
Years apart.
Years apart, okay.
Years
I'm
apart.
just trying to build
Yeah.
up a history of his anger here, so. You also brought up to Michael that Andrew was quick to anger with you, smashed the 2 TVs, broke numerous plates. He even chipped the paint off the oven, punched our closet door numerous times. Every time he would then go on about how much he loves me and that he just needed to release his anger immediately or it would build up. Have you ever, have you ever seen it build up past that?
No.
And obviously there's a history of his anger with
Me.
not being able to control his anger
Yeah.
and stuff. So all these incidents, the 2 TVs, numerous plates, chipping the paint off the oven, punch the closet door, that wasn't just a 1 or 2 day thing. Those are spread out over multiple days, potentially over years?
Yeah.
Got it. So years of anger, he has never been able to control himself and he's always going back to anger?
The incidences were always spread apart.
Okay.
Very spread apart.
Would you call his anger snapping? He
Yeah.
snaps from time to time? Okay. So, on that same date with all that, again, you Googled shaken baby syndrome treatments. Why would there be a Google search for shaken baby treatment?
I think, again, it was, we were talking about it, and he wanted to know more in depth.
Okay. Shortly after that, you Googled how to tell if my baby's hurt. Did you suspect him hurting her that day?
No.
Do you recall why you would?
Do you remember the date?
That's August 12th still. It's the same date as
So that
Michael
was,
Kopak.
yeah, so, on August 12th?
Yes.
I don't think I talked about that with him on August 12th.
No, this would have been the conversation with you and Andrew about the TV mounts was on August 12th.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Michael conversation was further.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's why
Yep.
Yeah.
I needed, because I know
Going back to the 12th though, prior to the conversation of you wanted to go look at TV mounts, and I think you said something, we didn't have the money, and you said, I'm just going to look, not going to go buy.
Yeah.
Andrew sent a message asking if she calmed down, soon talking about one of the twins, I'm not sure which. Then you responded back by, yes, is she sleeping right now? Or, I'm sorry, yes, she is sleeping right now. And then Andrew replied back to that with, so then she's not damaged.
he, again, it was one of those things, he got it in his head, she was,
Like acid reflux?
Yeah.
Okay.
but he, in his head, he went to extreme.
So to kind of jump back, so that would have been just prior to the series of 3 messages. That was when you would have Google searched how to tell if my baby was hurt. What stemmed that search?
So then that search was more or less to, like, she's not hurt. Is, like I said, our parents were starting to get in his head. He never outwardly said that he thought he hurt her, but it was me trying to curb, I think.
Did he give any, like, specific reasons as to why he thought they might have been hurt, or?
No. He never said he thought he hurt them.
Okay.
It was, at some point, if he's, so I know with myself sometimes I catastrophize. I go to what's the worst possible outcome. And I had also noticed that during the relationship he would do the same. So it was my way of making sure I had answers if he catastrophized.
Okay.
September 15th, there's I guess you responded to him that he didn't hurt her at all. It was just that she had gas in her stomach that she couldn't get out, and that's why she was crying as much as she was. She literally just farted and spitted all out. And he replied, okay. Do you recall what he was concerned about that day?
I think gassing.
Okay.
The same thing he had told me when we had.
And then the gassing, explain the gassing to me. I know you did it before. I don't think he heard it, how you do the gassing.
So
and then I'll have a follow-up for that.
So it was, we'd rub the belly, we'd bicycle kick, stretch, and then bring the knees up.
And did he believe or portray to you that maybe he was doing that too rough?
No, I never saw him do it too rough. He never said anything to me.
Okay.
He thought he was, at the time, doing it right. I think, again, it was our parents, with it being something, I guess, newer in a way to gas a baby.
I guess you just basically ended that conversation saying it's just being fussy.
Yeah.
Okay. So the day you went back on the 16th?
I went back to work on the 16th.
So he immediately starts worrying on the 16th?
Yep.
So very early in the morning, 6:45 to like 7:53, he's already in a panic mode?
In the morning is usually when she'd have her reflux issue.
Okay.
It's usually in the morning and at night.
So he sends you a text, fuck yo, I told you I can't do this and my legs are shaking.
We had a phone call. He had called me. I was trying to help him calm her down, and he just kept.
So him saying his legs are shaking, like when he feels that he has failed, does he just lose all control?
I think I would say he would lose control, but not always.
Okay.
I don't think he felt like he had failed in completely yet.
Do you think he struggles calming himself down?
Yes.
Okay.
That was why we wanted a plan in place.
And obviously you didn't need that your first day back to work, first day away from the girls. So that would probably add to the whole emotional and mental with you.
Yeah. Okay, I know as you guys saw in the rest of the conversation, I had asked him if he wanted me to come home, if he wanted me to just quit and be a stay-at-home mom.
So did they spit up and vomit often?
Yes.
How often would you?
Usually when they'd eat.
Almost
So,
every time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical baby spit up?
Yeah. And like I said, it was really just in the morning and at night issues.
So then going just a little bit further past when you asked, you know,
Mhm.
you want me to come home, you know, like you said earlier, Andrew replied back saying they were getting more upset, advised he was just going to kill himself. Then he says that something to the effect of they won't even look at me, I'm a monster to them.
That.
And he goes on, you say you're not a monster, then he says I am because I hurt them. And you say you don't hurt them. He says I do. I squeeze and hold them too roughly, I jerk them around too hard, bounce them too hard, I am hurting them. You say, no, you're not, Andrew, they're resilient babies. He said, I hope so because their father is shit. And you say, no, you're not, it's adjustment period. And we go down just a little bit further to that. He said, they're attached, or you say they're attached to me and need to form an attachment to you. You aren't hurting them. Andrew says, I am. He said, you're not. Give me one good reason as to why you think he's hurting them. And he replies back with, I'm moving too quickly. And you asked him to send you a picture of the marks, and he says, you'll see when you get home. So I know I just threw a lot at you right there, but do you remember that conversation?
Do you remember the marks once you got home?
So the marks.
You took a picture, right?
Yeah. It was,
picture.
I had her outside. They just looked like she had jerked her arm when swaddling and his thumb caught her. Not that he had done anything intentionally to her.
You want to text me or do you want her to send me the picture and I'll send it to you?
Yeah, that'd be great. Do we have that photo?
I mean, I know when you get those self-right deadlifts, they're like a lot.
I mean,
with her
They are, but we got
good.
kind of limited on area.
Well, these are the red marks that you talked about.
Okay. Which obviously looks red.
Are you able to
Yeah.
email it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, email it to me, Danielle. I'll forward it on.
So he was concerned with
Put
that,
the date on it.
those red dots, the rash-looking red
It
dots?
wasn't the red dots. So it's on her wrist there. They were very good as you were swaddling to try to jerk their arms straight up. So if your thumb or your hand is right there.
What do you see? Yeah, if you can, I don't know that we have that, but if you can send it to her so we can
Yeah.
get it.
I mean, you should.
So you think this was from swaddling?
Yeah, where she
Looks
like jerk, but I never thought that he intentionally did anything.
Did, when you swaddled the babies, did they ever bruise? Okay.
Where she had moved her arm, I want to say it was further up, but
Okay.
do you have a picture of that too? That one I don't have a picture of.
Did they bruise more often when he swaddled them?
Those were the only times I ever
Okay.
saw bruises.
Okay, the 17th, the next day, I guess Andrew's struggling again. He says, I guess you asked him if he's having a better morning. He said not really. Complained about his head and stomach hurting. Said that, but I haven't done any freaking out yet. Then, I guess mentioned that they were being fussy. he sends a photo of white spit up on the floor. Do you recall that? Normal amount?
Yeah.
The typical? Okay.
It was normal when she'd have her reflux issues, she'd pretty much just push everything back up.
So I guess he's worried that he hurt her again at this point.
Yes.
You didn't do anything, but I'm gonna save the last video to show the doctor. Did you ever show that to the doctor?
Yes. Yes,
and
I
what
did.
was it? What was in that video?
It was,
Okay.
and so when I showed it to the pediatrician, he said, okay, with that, if you do see it again, do you want to go? Because sometimes that can be indicative of acute respiratory, because she was grunting while breathing.
Okay.
It was, the way he explained it to me was she would, like if she cried too much, she's not getting enough oxygen.
Yeah.
And that could cause it.
All right. So I guess at that point, I'm assuming you had a little bit of a concern and you asked your friend Lori to
Go
help.
Yeah.
Who's Lori?
She is my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not concerned he was hurting, obviously, but
Did she make any comments about how he was treating
No.
the kids, or was he overreacting, or
she felt he was kind of overreacting.
did they have any anger or
No.
issues when she got there?
No.
Okay.
He was grateful for her assistance.
And that was because you wanted her to go over because he feels like he can't do it. He was swaddling her yesterday and not feeling like no matter what he's doing, he's hurting the girls.
Yeah, that's,
And a little more, but
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
where
that's the gist
he-
of it.
I'm sorry. That was the day after that bruise. Is that what that's about? I'm just trying to
Yes.
make sure I got the
Yeah,
timeline.
the
Okay.
17th is that
Okay,
one.
thank you.
So the 16th
I was
is
checking
when...
on my dog.
I'm sorry. The 16th is when she went back to work and then he
17th is
freaked
when-
out. The
Yeah.
17th
Yeah.
is when...
And he said he pinched.
What was Lori's last name?
Nunnally.
Spell that one for me.
I still can't spell it
I
to
get
this day.
no. That's about as far as I get. Probably that one's spelled right. If not, it's not. a big deal.
Man, you're having to deal with him every single day of the week, your first week back.
It's, that's when I felt like he was really becoming insecure about being.
So on the 18th, he's concerned about his ability to care for the twins alone. You send him instructions on what he needed to pack to take the twins to his parents.
Mm.
He says he's nervous, doesn't know if he can do it alone, and he needs the twins to chill so he can take a shower. Ultimately, they go to his parents that day, and
Yeah.
you don't have any other issues the rest of that time?
I think he found a video, like a little calming YouTube video.
Okay. So that's the 18th. The 19th, excuse me, he's at it again. I guess you tell Andrew that color change in her eye, and sends a photo where her eye color is starting to change at some point.
Yep.
While she's nursing from a bottle. He questions, I can't tell, it's not from me traumatizing her or something, is it?
That was him catastrophizing with his insecurity.
Okay.
Thinking,
Or that's what you thought?
yeah.
Andrew then says, I see, what if it's internal bleeding? Again, is he...
Catastrophizing.
Okay, why would he
At that
worry
point,
about traumatizing her, that it's internal bleeding? Does he know at this point, or do you suspect at this point that he's being too rough?
no. I do not suspect it. It was, like I said at the time, I believed he was catastrophizing with his insecurity, any new thing.
Was there any issue with the coloring of the eye, or was it just
No,
a normal
it was a
start
normal
to change type thing?
It was they were starting to change
Okay.
to my eye color.
Got it.
So it was a dark brown.
And that was, did she ever get a doctor or anything for the eye, or just
No.
kind of monitor at home?
Yep.
So we're
That's
actually,
just normal, baby's
Yeah.
eye color changing.
so I'm
which
gonna
is
skip ahead a little bit, because I think you had a little bit of a break. From September 19th, October 3rd. At this point, Andrew says he's sorry and keeps making everything issues. Says he's still very mad. He's sorry that he knows he's hard. Keep making everything worse. You question him about why he's making things worse. Says because I'm stressed out, I'm always arguing, I'm not present. I'm seriously trying my absolute hardest. I put everything I have into every day. I guess it's just inadequate feeling again on that day. Why was there such a break between the 19th and October 3rd? Did you take time off or anything like
I
that?
didn't take time off. It seemed like he was getting into a routine and things were calming down.
Okay. Was his parents, your parents, watching kids throughout the week as well?
His parents.
Okay. Anybody going over to help him with the kids while he was watching?
If my mom was off, sometimes she'd go over.
Okay.
But,
Because it's just a weird
yeah.
2 weeks, nothing really mentioning, but he's right back at it again. To me, it doesn't seem like he ever quits, really. So, October 7th, and I think we've discussed some of this before. Actually, I think we discussed more of the 8th, but 7th kind of led into that. He says, I'm the fucking worst possible person, literally the shittiest alive. I can't fucking watch these girls. I can't provide. I can't do anything. Just before he says that, you Google baby bones cracking sound. And then you did baby ribs cracking sound.
I was doing bicycles.
Okay.
And I thought I heard like a pop.
Okay. So, did you question him on that? Because
No.
this comment came
wasn't-
almost immediately after that.
I wasn't questioning him on anything like that.
Did you just mention it to him?
Yeah.
And then that's where this comment started coming from?
Yeah.
Did it seem like he was worried?
It didn't sound like he was worrying to me. I think he thought I was feeding into his insecurity.
And then the 8th.
Real quick on the 7th.
Good.
That was Monday, so that would have been the first day that he's still working, or off the Monday, Tuesday? Okay, so he's off, you're at work, and then Tuesday he's off. So Tuesday would be the 8th. Tuesday was the date that he brought the kids up for lunch, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So he never came up at all on the 7th?
No.
Okay, so, you work crazy hours, right? Like 4:30 in the morning or something like that?
4 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon.
So from 4 in the morning to 12:30 you're at work. How long is that drive up there?
It's about an hour drive,
Okay.
depending on traffic.
So you're leaving at 3 in the morning? Yeah. Ooh.
My hours have changed as of right now. I'm working 4 to 2:30, but that's just so I can be at my.
So the 8th we talked about some. The 8th, Andrew did a Google search. Why is the baby holding fist at chest with bent elbows? Do you know why he would have Googled that?
I do not.
That was before a text thread between you and him. And he says, do you think I collapsed her lung or broke her spine?
That's where he had told me he felt he gassed her too hard.
Okay. And then this is the one where you actually took her to the hospital?
So we went to the pediatrician first, and then he sent us to Children's Liberty.
And why did he send you to Liberty? What was the reason for?
It was her cry. He
Okay.
wasn't able to calm her down, and being a pediatrician for as long as he's been a pediatrician, if he can't calm them down.
He had a
then-
concern?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's when I think you were giving her some type of pain medication, was the only thing that was really
Different.
calming her down?
That's what they did at the hospital.
Got it.
We did not do that beforehand.
So the hospital, what was it, like an ibuprofen or Motrin or something like that they gave?
Tylenol.
Tylenol. But
Or-
that worked and
Yeah.
actually calmed her down and stuff? And that also matches one of the times that you mentioned that you had a noise alert that hit a certain decibel that came to you, to your
Yeah.
phone, about that same time?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Have you talked to him at all? Has he tried to
No.
reach out to you?
No.
I think I should have asked that up front.
There's been no communication between us.
His family talking to you at all, or pushing
I
information
talked to
on?
them, but other than that, we don't talk about.
So they haven't talked to you about the case, or
No.
what if, or asking you to do anything special for the case or anything like
No.
that? So I guess the 9th is when you guys actually had the doctor's appointment, not the
Then-
8th. The 8th was when the concern was, and then the 9th was the appointment.
The 8th, we went to the pediatrician and he sent us to Children's. They did blood work and a urinalysis that night and sent us home.
Okay.
The 9th, we went back to Children's and they admitted her overnight.
Got it. Okay.
So the 9th would have been then when you picked her up from
His parents.
and she was screaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I could hear her screaming from
Gotcha.
outside.
That's what it was. Thank you.
Andrew Kammerer was charged with murder and aggravated assault. The evidence was overwhelming. Medical experts testified that the injuries to a 4-month-old could not have been caused by a fall from a changing table. They could only have been caused by blunt force trauma, by force applied by an adult, by someone who lost control. What's tragic about this case is that it didn't have to happen this way. Andrew showed signs of stress. He expressed concerns about his ability to care for the babies. His fiancée reached out to friends for help. Support systems existed, resources existed, but in one moment, or perhaps multiple moments, Andrew crossed a line he couldn't uncross. His daughter will never grow up. She'll never know her twin sister. She'll never experience a single day of her life beyond 4 months. And Andrew will spend decades in prison, knowing that his actions took that away from her. If you're a parent or caregiver, feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or unable to cope, please reach out. Call the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-422-4453. It's free. It's confidential, and it could save a child's life. This case is a reminder that babies are fragile, that shaken baby syndrome is real, that one moment of lost control can destroy everything. Andrew Kammerer learned that lesson the hardest way possible. Thank you for watching. If this case moved you, please like and subscribe for more police body cam investigations. We bring you the real stories behind serious crimes. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. And please, comment below. What are your thoughts on this case? Stay safe and take care of the children in your life.
What? The slip-on.
Yeah, your flashlight.
Your plants upstairs?
Yeah, I probably don't even have them all done up. So.
Give me a second.
It's okay.
Which one would it go?
so the shorts should be just fine.
Yeah.
Change them on you.
Yeah, you're gonna get changed out anyways.
Don't worry about it.
Nope.
Don't worry about it.
You got anything on you?
Take my hat. No, I have nothing. I have a small stone that was with my
Yes.
daughter.
Here, I'll take that in.
You want mom to keep it?
Sure, you can take that.
And you,
I have nothing else on me.
so he said don't worry about it. He's gonna be
Don't worry
changed
about
tags.
Okay. You want to turn around and just kind of step down sideways?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna walk down the road and then hang a left back to our car, okay?
Sir. Okay.
Now that we're down here, before we get over there in the grass, just go ahead and look at his hands. The flashlight. Over here. Okay. All right. Turn sideways. Slide in. What we're going to do is we're going to read your Miranda rights. I'm Detective Steve Miller from the Ocean Township Police Department. You're advised you have the following rights. Number one, you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Number two, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Number three, you have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Number four, if you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning, if you wish. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Number five, you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not to answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand these are your rights.
Yes, sir.
And you want to talk to us.
I have a lawyer.
You have a lawyer.
Yes, sir. My dad will, I'm sure, communicate that. You also, I accidentally brought a leaf into your vehicle.
I will get that leaf out.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what's your attorney's name?
I don't know. My dad did this all for me earlier.
Okay. So you have an attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll buckle you over here.